What it is, brothers, sisters, and the rest of you. I'm D. Militant. If you don't know, I got a low tolerance for nonsense. I don't like it. Like, ladies, let me ask you something. Is it sexy when a man walks around with his gut hanging out? Then why do you think it is when you all do it? I don't like a lot of nonsense. Like, they put Michael Vick in prison for killing dogs, but ain't nobody said none of these Chinese restaurants. Mongolian beef? Are you kidding me? I know flea powder when I smell it. They talk about dog is man's best friend. That's some more nonsense, all right? Me and my dog are much tighter. I ain't never picked up my best friend's poop with a baggie. I don't know what kind of best friend this dude got, but me and my boy don't roll like that, all right? I'm a dog man. See, I don't like cats. I can't stand cats. I had a cat one time, came home, cat had pooped on top of my bed, looking at me talking about, so what you gonna do? Well, I hope he had 9 lives, because I know he lost one when I threw him out the doggone window. I don't like a lot of nonsense. All right, like we got a black president, but you know what? He ain't black enough for me. I need Barack to be real black. You win that election, go to your inauguration riding in on an elephant with dancers for coming to America and have a dress that shows off Michelle's big booty. That's what kind of black president you got to be, because Barack is a role model to a lot of brothers whose daddies wasn't around either. And they always want to blame that stuff on that. Always want to complain, talking about, oh, man, I ain't nothing because my daddy wasn't around when I was coming up, man. My daddy wasn't around. Well, I just read an article where a father killed his whole family, so maybe you're lucky your doggone daddy wasn't around. Maybe he knew the stress of fatherhood could have caused you a premature death, so stop complaining. I'm glad we got a black president, but don't expect this brother to be no doggone magician and solve all your problems, because let's get one thing straight. Black people are overrated. We ain't never even had a famous black magician. We ain't had no Tyrone the Great or Leroy the Magnificent. And here's the thing. You know why? Because black audiences and audiences ain't cooperating with no black magician. Ain't no brother coming out here talking about, yeah, for my next trick I need to borrow somebody's wallet. We're overrated. We've never had a famous black movie monster. Are you kidding me? A black movie monster? And I don't want to hear that mess about Candyman. You got to call that sucker 3 times before he shows up. He's lazy, he's trifling, and he's hard of hearing. White monsters, they just show up prompt, on time, every time. We have never even had a famous black kidnapper. A black kidnapper. Because think about it, who are you going to kidnap with black kids? And what kind of ransom are you going to get on a black kid? If you don't take them on payday, you're stuck with them for 2 weeks. And if you pick the wrong kid, you're going to be the doggone hostage. See, we are overrated. That's why I've never understood why they didn't make Mexicans the slaves. They were right there. What you getting in a boat and going all the way across the ocean for? They were right there. I don't want to hear how good black people work. We ain't nothing next to Mexicans. I'll take one Mexican over 20 brothers any day of the week, and that Mexican will be done with the job before those brothers want to break. Hey, boss, can I go and have a smoke? Yeah, you can smoke at home, Bubba. Pablo finished the house. Look at this beauty. See, that's another thing about Mexicans too, man. I'm not talking bad about them. I admire Mexicans. You know why? They're a miracle race. I don't know how they do it, but they defy the law of physics. These suckers is concentrated like orange juice. You ever been to a Mexican club? 2 cars in the parking lot, the club is packed. I don't know how they do it. People partying out the window and everything. I don't know how they pull it off. You go to the circus, all them clowns coming out the clown car, those are Mexicans. Alright? And see, Mexicans got something else I wish black people had. They got that bilingual thing. That is some slick ass stuff right there. One minute they talking to you, then they talking about you, then they right back to talking to you. I wanted to be bilingual. I wanted to learn how to speak Swahili, but then I thought, well, who am I going to talk to? Because they say Africans don't like African Americans, but see, that's garbage. I know it's nonsense because my wife is African. As a matter of fact, she's Ethiopian, which I love because I feed this girl for 27 cents a day. Oh, man, come on. She's fine as hell once you wipe the flies off her face. Seriously, you just got to keep her away from them camera crews. But they say they don't like us because we ain't 100% black. We got a 100% black brother. His name is Wesley Snipes. You know they gave Wesley 3 years for tax evasion? Wesley ain't doing no 3 years, man. He already got an escape plan. It's called the dark. All right? We are not... I'm telling you, I got a low tolerance for some of this nonsense that goes on. Like, I only mess with black women. I'm gonna get that straight out of the way right now. I only mess with black women, even though black women, y'all ain't like no other race of women. You're not like Asian women. Asian women do stuff like draw your bath, bow down, walk behind you. Sisters ain't doing that. Sisters ain't walking behind nobody. If a sister walks behind you, better turn around because she probably done left you. They're not like Latin women. Latin women are loyal. Latin women cater to their man. Because they'll be doggone if they raise 18 kids by themselves. See, I only mess with black women because I figured y'all out. If you want a sister to do something, you tell her to do the opposite. Don't pay that bill. I'll pay it if I want to. It's my doggone money to go to hell. See, I love you sisters. I can't, don't get me wrong. I love y'all. I went through a long relationship with one of y'all. I was married. I had to get a divorce. I had to get out of that mess, man. And I got me a new wife. And this new wife gave me a new baby. And oh, I'm going to be so much different, a better daddy than I was with my last kid, because I'm going to teach this kid stuff I didn't teach my other kid. Like, number one, I'm going to teach her about school. They got a thing in school now called cyberbullying. You can bully somebody on the internet. And I'm going to teach my daughter, somebody bullying you on the internet, turn the computer off. That's all you got to do. Just turn the doggone thing off. If you're not, get tough with them. They want to go ahead and type, I'm going to whoop your butt. Put it in caps. I'm going to whoop your butt. Exclamation, exclamation. Bam. Sin. I want to teach her everything. I want to teach her about fairy tales. We used to listen to fairy tales and it was all good. I want to teach her Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Goldilocks was a little skank, little criminal chick, breaking and entering and then complaining about the food. Oh, this is too hot. This is too cold. This ain't your grub. I want to teach you about Red Riding Hood. Had to be the dumbest chick on the short bus. You can't tell your grandmama from an ugly wolf. Oh, well, she had my grandmama's shawl and bonnet on. So if I put Flavor Flav in your grandmama's shawl and bonnet, that's your grandmama too? I want to teach you about the Three Little Pigs. Three Little Pigs was hard-working, industrious suckers, but they wasn't too bright. Smart enough to go to town and get building materials, but not smart enough to just get a gun and shoot the doggone wolf. Every time he come around, they like little punks in the corner complaining, oh, he gonna blow the house down. Now if you bust a cap at his ass, he won't. I want to teach her, I want to answer, this is what I want to do. I want to answer any question that she has in life. Like, I used to have a lot of questions, like, who was the first guy to drink milk? And what was he doing messing with a cow's nipples in the first place? See, those were questions that was nagging me. But at the end of the day, I want to teach her the meaning of life, because life is important and it's precious. Like, me, I love having birthdays. I mean, I can't have enough. I'm trying to have as many as possible. I'm trying to get so old, I'm to get that old man smell. You know that smell they get where you can't tell if this dude is dead or just playing possum? Yes, I want that smell right there, because death is not part of my plan anytime soon. I got a boy of mine, he's obsessed with death. That's all he thinks about. He worries about it. Talking about, well, man, I don't want to die alone. Well, you selfish sucker, who you plan on taking with you? You let me know when you go ahead and do it, so I'm at my house and you over here. I don't try to think about death like that. Because, see, here's the thing with me. I got a friend of mine. And this one I started thinking about it a lot. A friend of mine tried to kill himself, tried to commit suicide, and that was crazy to me, because I could never commit suicide, because I ain't never been that mad at me. I mean, don't get me wrong, man, we've all pissed each other. You know, everybody's pissed at yourself off, but I ain't never been so mad at me to the point I didn't want to see me no more. You know, I don't even know how you would do it. How do you commit suicide? How do you talk yourself into it? You just get in front of the mirror talking about, that's it, sucker, I'm tired of your mess. This is your last day, punk. You ain't gonna screw me up no more, fool, you hear me? Because, see, I knew I'd be right back in front of that same mirror talking about, woo, man, I must not have had my coffee today. Whew, well, I must have been tripping. Don't worry, brother. Ain't nothing going to happen. I got faith in you. I think you're going to get your stuff together. I'm with you till the wheel fall off. Trust me. I could never kill myself. I wouldn't even know how to kill myself. I wouldn't want to hurt myself. I wouldn't want to, like, shoot myself, jump off a building or nothing like that. I'd probably try to take a punk way out, try to smother myself with a soft pillow like, hey, I can't do it. You know, like I said, I had a friend of mine. He did try to kill himself.